standard form takes the form of ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are integers. So a, b, c are integers. Now some textbooks have it where you need to have the a needs to be a positive integer. So like this wouldn't be in standard form, but we're just gonna have a, b, and c be integers. So standard form is nice to graph by finding intercepts. That's kind of what you use standard form, is finding the x and the y intercepts. Otherwise, the a and the b and the c don't stand for anything special, like the slope or the y-intercept, like in point-slope form and slope-intercept form. So to find the x-intercept, you're going to set y equal to 0, and to find the y-intercept, you set x equal to 0. And we're going to practice it with these three down here. So to find the x-intercept, you want to set the y equal to 0. So if you got rid of this, if this was 0, your equation would be 2x equals 6, or 12, I'm sorry, I'm ahead of it here. So 2x equals 12, so x equals 6. So since it's a y-intercept, it's going to be on the x-axis, or x-intercept, it's going to be on the x-axis. So the point is going to be 6, 0. For the y-intercept, you have 2x minus 6y equals 12. You're going to set x equal to 0. So if you got rid of the x, you'd have negative 6y equals 12. So y equals negative 2. So I'm going to write this as 0, negative 2. So after this, you have 2 points, and 2 points make a line. So I can connect 0, negative 2 to 6, 0. And connect the dots, or connect the 2 points. Okay, do the same thing right here. So the x-intercept, you're going to set the y equal to 0. So then you'll have x equals 5 as your equation. Well, I'll write this as an ordered pair if 5, 0. And then to find the y-intercept, I'm going to set x equal to 0. So I'll have negative y equals 5. So y equals negative 5. So it'll be 0, negative 5. So if I connect 5, 0 and 0, negative 5, I connect them to get a line. Okay, for the second one, the x-intercept, I'm going to set y equal to 0. So it's going to be negative 5x equals 10. So x equals negative 2. So my ordered pair is negative 2, 0. And to find the y-intercept, I'm going to set the x equal to 0. So now I have negative 2y equals 10, so y equals negative 5. And then I connect the dots. So 0, negative 5, and negative 2, 0. Connect them. So that's why standard form is nice, because it's easier to graph. So write an equation of a line in standard form. If the slope is 3 and it passes through 1, 4. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the progression of I write it in point slope form first. So I have a point and I have a slope. So it's going to be y minus 4 equals 3 times x minus 1. Then I'm going to put this in slope-intercept form by solving for y. So it's y minus 4 equals 3x minus 3. That turns into y equals 3x, because if I add 4 to each side, 3x plus 1. So this is in slope-intercept form. This is in point-slope form. And then to write it in standard form, I want to get my x and y on the same side, and I want to make sure they're all integers. So I have negative 3x plus y equals 1, because I subtracted 3x. And really, you want to have your a positive, so it's going to be 3x, and you're going to divide everything through by a negative. Minus y equals negative 1. So this is in standard form. So I'm going to show the progression on the next one. So this time you're given 2 points. So it's okay, you can still find the point slope form by finding the slope. So slope is y2 minus y1, so 9 minus 5 over 2 minus 4. So this is negative 4, or 4 over negative 2, which is negative 2. Then you can pick either point. So I'm going to pick this point in this slope and write it in point slope form. So it's y minus 5 equals negative 2 times x minus 4. So to write it in standard form, I'm going to write it in slope-intercept form first. So I'm going to distribute the negative 2. And then I want to get my x and y on the same side. And then add 5 to the other side. So on the left-hand side, I'll have a 2x and a y, because the 5's cancel out. And then on the right-hand side, the 2x and the negative 2x cancel out, and I'll have 13. So this is written in standard form because x and y are on the same side. There are no fractions, and the coefficient of x is positive. Okay, same type of thing. Write an equation of a line in standard form given these 2 points. So I'm going to find my slope first. So it's negative 2 minus negative 7 over negative 1 minus negative 1. So negative 2 minus negative 7 is 5, and the denominator is 0. Okay, so if you have a 0 underneath, remember that means that the slope is undefined. So using Hoy Fox, you have a slope that's undefined, so that means it's a vertical line, and the equation is going to be x equals. So x equals negative 1. That's what's going to be your equation in all 3 forms. It's a vertical line going at x equals negative 1. And then number 4, find the x-intercept and y-intercept. So remember, to find the x-intercept, you set y equal to 0. So this would be negative 6. So it's 0, it's on the x-axis, so it's negative 6, 0. And to find the y-intercept, you set x equal to 0. So it's going to be 5, so it's going to be 0, 5. So this is the y-intercept, and this is the x-intercept.